Hi FlossTube, this is Nora and welcome to Nora's Needle Nonsense. This is a channel where I talk about crafts including cross stitch, quilting, needlepoint, knitting, anything else that I may have in my crafty bag at the time, and anything that involves crafty and needles. So welcome, thank you for joining me. Before I get started, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that viewed, liked, commented, subscribed to my first video that I uploaded a few weeks ago. I appreciate all of the comments and feedback. I really enjoyed doing it, and I'm just humbled that people would want to click on me and watch me talk about my crafts. So thank you to everybody. I also wanted to thank Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo, because she shouted me out on her live FlossTube last week, and I truly appreciate it. So I hope that you enjoy this video. Today we're going to talk about I've got a retreat recap, I've got some haul, and I've got one finished project, or one finished stitching project, and then I have some whips, and yeah, I think that's it. I think I've also forgot to mention that today is Sunday, March 10th, 2024, and it is right now it's the afternoon. I have to leave for the airport in an hour, so hopefully this will be done. And I apologize for any background noise. I've got the dryer going. It's kind of a windy day, so there might be some wind chimes, dishwasher. So this is all my Sunday prep. So I've already taken my shower for and washed my hair for the week. That sounded weird. I like to take a shower before I leave for the airport, to do a nice wash in my own shower before I have to stay in a hotel. So anyway, I think first I will start with the retreat recap. So 2 weeks ago, I went to the Beach Please retreat that was held in Clearwater, Florida by Stacy of Thread the Needle Stitchery. And it was wonderful. I met some really amazing women. It was fun. That was my first retreat, and even though it was, kind of tiring, it was still a great experience, and I can't wait to do another retreat. I am actually signed up for the Spring Please retreat in Cocoa Beach, and that will happen towards the end of April. So I'm really looking forward to that one and seeing some familiar faces. But I met some really lovely ladies, and I hope to see them again soon. During the retreat, there was shopping, there was a little bit of stitching. I did get a finished object, or again, a finished stitching project done. And I participated in the Smalls Exchange. So I think what I'll do first is show you my the Smalls Exchange that I received. So I don't think I cannot recall if I showed my small from the last episode, but what I did was a little pillow, pin pillow or shelf pillow for that had a robin on it, and it had just some like blue and yellow flowers, and it was a croquette a go-go free pattern that I altered, and I kind of springed it up a little bit. I think it was meant for Christmas time, and I freshened it up. I brightened her up a little bit. So I gave that to my retreat recipient. And my gift, grab this, I was amazed that somebody would do this. This is from Jessica, and Jessica lives in Nevada, and she is going to be opening a quilt and cross stitch store probably in the next few months. So I will, I think I have the, let me get the card because she gave me all the information on the project. And okay, so this is a hands-on design pattern, and she stitched it with DMC on Black Monaco, and she finished it, I think the egg is from probably just from a craft store, but she painted it with Chantel's 141, I think, chalk paint. So this was from Jessica, and I don't see her, oh, here it is. So her new cross stitch and quilt store will be called the Silver State Stitch Shop, and they're going to have a website soon, but it would be silverstatestitchshop.com. And in I think it's in Boulder City, Boulder City, Nevada, and it's about 30 minutes from Las Vegas. So thank you, Jessica. I love it. I have it right on my shelf where I keep my special cross stitches, and right in front of the first quilt that I made. So thank you. I love it. And sorry, this is slightly off topic, but if you might be able to see, I am in a different location today. The last time I was in front of a quilt that was a house, and I got a lot of comments and feedback on that house. I was going to bring it down and show you guys, but it's like tacked to the wall, and you know, I got that up there and it's level, so I'm kind of afraid to take it down, to be honest. So I'm gonna leave it up there, but I will try to put some pictures on or do a video to show that quilt. It was a super simple quilt from the Fat Quarter Shop's, I think it's their Take 5 book. So it just uses a charm pack and then some background fabric, and I love it. So, and that was, I think it was a Brenda Riddle fabric. I want to say it was like called cotton linen or cotton laundry. Well, it had something to do with laundry, cottons, or linens, I think. So that was, you know, that was from almost 2 years ago, so you probably can't get that, but Brenda Riddle does very, you know, similar fabrics. And yeah, so anyway, so this was the first item that I received. I guess it was the only small exchange that I actually had, but I love it, and they are such my colors, and it's great. I love it. Thank you, Jessica. Now, I will show you the item that I finished. Sorry, it's all rolled up, and I have washed this already, and I also took out the highlighter marks that were in there. So this is the ABC Quaker sampler from Susan Aki, and it's a free pattern available on the Arthil blog. Oops. I have a design board to help hold it up, and then it flops down. So this is just using DMC, and it was my birthday stitch that I started on my birthday, and I finished this at the retreat, I think on Friday. So it only took me about 6 weeks, maybe not even, to do this. I'm somewhat monogamous. I mean, I don't have a ton of whips going, and because I travel for work, I can only bring so many projects and work on so many projects. So this did get a fair amount of stitching in during the month of January and February. So I love it. I'm still trying to decide how to finish it, but I'm thinking about a frame, just a simple frame, and nothing really out there or extravagant, but yeah. So, and oh my goodness, I told you I first started with I'm in a different location, and I talked about my quilt, and then I didn't tell you about my new location. So, oh, and there's the dryer. Just a second. Okay, so the laundry is done. But yes, so what I have behind me is my house wall. So I love houses. I wanted to be an architect. I love looking at them, drawing them. I love anything houses, anything house shaped. So this is a wall that has things that are house shaped, and then also things that are kind of about houses. So right here is these are 2 puzzles that I did. I think the one is a dollhouse, but it's like the silhouette, or not the silhouette. It's like the cutout. And then this is just a regular house. And then I have just kind of trinkets and things that I've received. I don't want to shake it too much. So, and some favorite things. Over here, I've got, my aunt made this, and she was going to throw it out or give it to Goodwill. And I said, no, I want it. And so she gave it to me, and she signed it, and it lives on my house wall now. And this is just there's no place like home cross stitch. And then I just wanted to point it out. This is my, this is a duck. This is a bird that my grandfather carved in 2004, I believe. Yep. And it's a black duck drake. Probably could be dusted, but yeah, so this is it's beautiful carving, and he carved, oh gosh, it had to be probably like 40 birds. And a few years ago, they kind of did a lottery drawing so that all of his kids and their spouses and the grandkids got to have a carving. So I love it. And so he sits on my special house shelf with a few other things, because I think I need some more shelves. Need either more shelves, or I need to get rid of stuff. And so I kind of just want to get more shelves. So, okay, on to some whips. Now that I've gone all over the place. I promise it'll be a little bit more organized, slightly, because some of my haul I've already started working on. So this is the Steady Thread Botanical Blackwork Sal. I am still behind, but I think since I saw you last, I filled in this vase and flowers. I started down here. I've got some hanging threads. But as I was working on it, I think that I miscounted, so that's why I stopped. And I think I'll maybe try to work on this one first and then move down. It's kind of difficult when new patterns are released, because there are not like defined like 5 or 10 counting lines. And so even though I have these gridded as like for every 5 stitches, it's it's hard to translate that back into the pattern, I guess. So so there, I think, is more than one counting error, but I really like this, and I'm really liking picking the colors for the flowers. I haven't decided if I want to do a different color for each flower. I honestly don't know if that will be possible, because if this is one flower every week, I don't know if I have 52 different colors that I want to use for flowers. So I might start repeating things later on, but for now I've got individual. They all have their own flower color, and then the vase and the stems are the same blue and green. So I've worked on that a little bit. And then the next one that I worked on was a needlepoint, and this is just a dimensions kit. And I've got a bit of the dragonfly done, and some stems up here done. That's probably about it. I think I took this with me, not last week, but the week before. So I got some stitching on it like 2 weeks ago, but I didn't work on it last week. And this is what the finished one will be. And I'm just doing this in the provided floss, which I believe is Anchor, 6 strands. And I'm just doing half cross stitches, or the 10 stitch. So it's a little bit difficult because it's, you know, printed on this. Sorry, I'm getting a notification about my flight. Because it's printed on this canvas and not like stitch painted, which if you don't know the difference, there's a few different kinds of needlepoint canvas, and you know, printed canvas is the least expensive because it's just screen printed on there. And then there's, I think it's like artistically painted, and so that's when an artist is just drawing, you know, or painting what they see as, you know, what their vision is of the of what the canvas should look like. They're just kind of painting canvas. And then there's stitch painted canvas, and that's when somebody goes in and paints each needlepoint intersection, canvas intersection at a time. And so those are the most expensive, but they're the easiest to work with, because everything is literally, you know, you're told exactly what the color should be, and you don't need to take any creative, you know, liberties to and figure out like, oh, well, is this blue or is this white? I'm not really sure. So anyway, this is nothing special, but I just kind of am enjoying working on it, and it's nice to have something that just doesn't hopefully it doesn't require too much thinking. So, and it's really easy to transport. And then the next needlepoint that I have, I'm almost done. I have a little bit left of the border, and this I believe was I think this was a stitch painted canvas. So the ribbon, it's like I guess it would be nylon ribbon, and it has sparkles in it, this white outline, and also the wooden sled parts are the same, just in a different color. You can't really see the shimmer, but it does shimmer and shine, but it is a pain to work with. It falls off my needle, it gets twisted, and when I was at the retreat, I actually thought that I lost it, but turns out I had the extra bobbin at home. So I need to work on that one a little bit, and I think I'm going to, oh, here it is. It's called Ribbon Floss. It's like a shimmer. It's hard to see. No. Yeah, you can't really see it, but it's like a opalescent kind of ribbon, shimmer blend ribbon floss with a touch of metallic. And I think it's by YLI Threads. But yeah, so anyway, I went to take it to the needlepoint store and ask them, you know, if I did this correctly, if my back is correct, because some of it feels thicker and some of it feels thinner, and you know, if it's not right, if it's not good for like blocking, then I'll have to pull out mostly that ribbon stuff. And if I do, depending on how much I have to pull out, I may switch threads, because I just don't like working with it. So, I mean, obviously cotton is probably the easiest, but if there's something that's maybe wool that kind of has some fuzziness to it, that would be, I would rather do that and kind of lose the shimmer. So I haven't decided. We'll see if it's even correct. Okay, and then the next one I have, I've really enjoyed working on, and it's partly a whip and it's partly haul. So let me take out the clips and get a bigger design board. So that is everything cross stitch that I worked on. So now I'm moving into haul. There's another one. Okay. So this is what I got from the cross stitch retreat, and yep, down there at the bottom is my what I've been working on. This is Forbidden Fiber Co. Snow Caps, 28 count Lugana. And it's just a very nice white. It's, let me actually see here. Oh, that's why. I've got hanging threads, and it's, again, it's just a very nice white, a cooler white, but it's not stark white. So I really like it. And then, since it's here, and before we continue with the rest of the haul, this is Stitcher, and this is from Legacy Fiber Arts, and I am using Karen Water Lilies Sapphire. And so this is all one color. Some of it I did it just the half cross stitches. And then some of them I did full cross stitches, like the bird I did full cross stitch. I don't know if it was just because of the way my floss was cut, if that's why it kind of came out that way, but I did, once I saw there was such a stark contrast between the two blues. We've got like an aqua and then, you know, more of a soft true blue. I decided, okay, since they're so different, at least I'll try to make the bird, you know, have the one wing be the light blue, and then kind of at the top have that lighter blue as well. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. We'll see how the rest of it goes, but you can see, like, compared to my tomato down here, it looks pretty different. So I don't know if I just did it, if I didn't do it correctly or what. And then what I have over here is, it's a free Jeanette Douglas design, and it's a bug scissor fob, and I'm going to use it for my retreat exchange. So I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'm using my favorite silks that I cleaned up almost all of them. But these are the silks. I'm not using all of these colors, but I did put them on a ring so that in rainbow order, so that you can kind of enjoy them. I mean, oh, I just think they're so beautiful. And again, this is Silk Road Fibers straw silk. So I have a few more that I need to add to this ring, but I was preparing my floss for these next 2 weeks, because I will be visiting my parents in Pittsburgh next weekend. So I need to have 2 weeks worth of things to work on. And you know, I like to change my mind sometimes. And I don't follow like a whip go or any of those like calendar type stitches. I kind of just do what I want. Right now I'm not in the right stage in life to be doing those kind of, again, like the whip go or the heifer boards, just because because I travel for work. So, and I think I said that wrong. It is Luminous Fiber Arts, Misty Purcell. So I got that pattern at the retreat, and I made a working copy, so that's what I have here. And so it's just the chart. I'm not sure where the actual like original copy of my chart is. I must have filed, I think I filed it away. And yeah, so I put the floss that I will be using for my various projects on these Adam Heart bobbins, which were part of our retreat gift bag. So they're kind of a jumbled mess right now, but they are actually, since I don't have enough for each, I don't have enough bobbins for each color of floss, I just kind of grouped them by project. So this is for my my black work project. This is for my these are for my monthly samplers, and then this one is for that Jeanette Douglas. So okay, so I'm gonna try to go kind of quickly because it's getting close to when I need to book my Uber to go to the airport. So this is more haul. This is called Sweet William. It's Atomic Ranch Fabrics, 28 count Lugana. I haven't decided what I'm going to make on this, but oh, I love it. And it's a bit more pinky than how it's showing up on the camera. It's Yeah, maybe that, it's probably more like that. It's a salmony pink color. It looks like a salmon, the inside of a salmon. So I got that one. This is Live and Die LA 25 count Lugana Cadif, I'm not really sure. And this is like a gray purpley kind of color, and that's probably pretty true. It's, you're really seeing the modeling on the camera, but it's not that modeled in real life, if that makes sense. It's a bit more subtle, I think. So, and then another Atomic Ranch. This is just called LE41096, 28 count linen, and this is more purpley. Yep, and this is a pretty true color. I'm not sure what I'm going to be making on these, but I liked the colors. I wanted to support small business, and it's cheaper than paint, so at least I'll decorate my shelf and I'll be able to look at all the pretty colors. Okay. And then this is Oxygen Atomic Ranch Fabrics 28 count linen. And it would be, the color up top is what it's more like. It's just a nice sky blue. This is another Atomic Ranch. I think Atomic Ranch was like the trunk show. This is Weathered Stone, 28 count Lugana. And this is just a really nice neutral. I figured sometimes I probably will need a neutral fabric so that I can use floss that really pops. And then other times I can use fabric that pops in a more subtle floss. And then the last one I got is Seafoam. This is my favorite, and it's 32 count linen. I've never stitched on 32 before, but this color was only available in the 32 and I had to have it. So, yeah, I love it. And so I've been stitching that Stitcher pattern, and I really love the having it be monochrome. It's so much easier and just very enjoyable. So I think for a lot of those, I might try to do monochromes. And then I got some patterns. I've had my eye on this pattern, My Stitching Box by Jeanette Douglas. And I just decided to go for it this time. I haven't decided if I want to do it exactly like hers or if I want to change out the colors, because some of them are variegated, and it's that, like for instance, right here, this needle book, I think for the most part, most of it's one color, and it goes from blue to green and yellow. That's all one floss. And I'm sorry for my sniffing, itching, scratching. My allergies are really bad, so. And then our guest designer was Emily Call, so I picked up some patterns from her. are these patriotic flowers. I didn't have any patriotic stitches and thought I needed some. And then I got, what is this? Joy to the World, Nativity. I probably won't do it on black, but yeah. And then, okay, this is what she did 2 projects for the retreat. So I think this one just says Beach Please with the mermaids. And then this one is Stitching by the Sea is Where I Want to Be. And it came with the 16 count fabric and DMC floss. And I think I got one more patriotic pattern from Emily Call, but I did not, I think it's in another bag that I'm not sure if I'm going to work on the pattern, use the same fabric. I guess I'm gonna try to rip it out. That's what I'm trying to say. And then from the freebie table, one of the patterns I got was a Plum Street Jeans and Weenies. I'm not sure if I mentioned, but I love wiener dogs. I have a wiener dog. She is at her grandparents' right now because of my work and travel schedule, and she is being spoiled. Spoiled. So she does love it up there, and I get to see her this weekend. So I have not seen her since Christmas time, so I'm excited. Hopefully she still loves me. And it'll be nice when my work project ends and I can be at home and she can come back down to Florida. Although she does not like the hot summer. She doesn't like it at all. So the next bit of haul, I can't really show you because it's in my sewing cabinet in my sewing room. And I got a Juki QVP Haruka 18. So it's the Juki straight stitch machine. I've had my eye on it for well over a year. And I finally broke down and got that last weekend. And oh my gosh, it's amazing. I got tons of stitching done, of like sewing and some quilting done, and it's a dream to work with, and I love it. So, oh boy, sorry, I see a notification. It departs at 19:09. My flight is delayed, so that would be 19:09. Would that be 7 o'clock? I think that's 7:10. So I have a few extra minutes. Okay. Right? 7:10. Okay. I think it was like 6:45 before. So anyway, sorry, distracted. I did some paper piecing on my new Juki, and I worked on the Pettifor quilt along that Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop is hosting. So these are just some of my blocks that I've done, and in no particular order, and some of them will still need to be trimmed up. So these are the pineapple blocks. I'm doing the 6-inch size. And I probably should mention, I pretty much moved on from cross stitch, and I am showing you quilting haul. So if you're not into quilting, thank you for joining. But I'd love for you to stay. These I haven't trimmed. These are the snail trails. But I got so many of these done. It's so fast, and I don't even put my sewing machine on the fastest setting. It's on like the medium speed, and it's still so fast. I love it. It has the knee lift, it has the thread cutter, And that's why I've been able to get all of these done, because before I didn't have the thread cutter and I didn't have the knee lift, and it was, you know, I would sew, and then I had to I'd have to lift up the presser foot with my hand, drag this out, trim it, or, you know, drag a long enough space out, and then sew the next one. These I can just trim. So, and then this is this one. So, so anyway, I love it. So that's kind of, so my haul was, I guess, the sewing machine, and that's what I did. I also got, so I saw this, I think Kimberly showed it on one of her live streams, and I got it right away. So it is her, a Jolly Bar pattern, which is a 5" by 10" pre-cut that only Fat Quarter Shop does. And it is from the Old Glory collection, and it's called Every Heart Beats True Wall Hanging. And oh my goodness, I saw that and I was like, you know, the fabric is beautiful. I do like the fabric, but it was honestly the pattern that I really wanted. And so I'm planning on, there's a lot of cutting involved. Like, this is all cutting, but I think it's going to be pretty simple, because, you know, you've got, a lot of these are just like the stripes and the borders. But I don't know if I'll use this fabric, but I'm planning on making this for my brother, who is in the Navy, and he's never received a quilt from me. My apologies again. I'm getting notifications about my delayed flight. And I just want to make sure that I don't miss it. So anyway, I got the quilt kit for this one. So it's 2 Jolly Bars. These are the colors. It's a soft blue, but very pretty. And actually my retreat table mate, Christine, she made us project bags in that Old Glory collection. So she did a really beautiful job, and I've been using it. And then, so I got the quilt kit, so that came with the 2 Jolly Bars, and then I think this is the border. These are for the borders, maybe. And then, since I was there, she had a panel. And when I say she, I guess I'm both Lella Boutique / Kimberly Jolly. But she had a panel. Help if it was not upside down. It just says Sweet Land of Liberty, that I figure I will use to either back a quilt. It probably would not be the flag one, because this is like a portrait orientation, and the flag is landscape. And then what I probably will back the quilt with is a 60" wide cheater print that I got. So I got that. It wasn't really planned. It wasn't like I saw this collection and thought, oh my gosh, I need those fabrics. It was more, I saw that pattern and I needed that pattern, and she only has those patterns in the Jolly Bars. So, but I think I'll really enjoy this. It is very nice. They are very nice colors. You know, they're kind of softer. That it has that soft blue. And I don't have anything patriotic yet. And then when I went to Clearwater, I stopped by a quilt shop and I got, they have this bag on display, cute as a button. And it's like the bag has a big open mouth, and it comes with wires, almost like a Mary Poppins bag, but it looked easier than the by Annie's bags, which require a lot of things and directions. This was more, and they're almost geared towards somebody that is a sewist or bag maker. This one that's called Cute as a Button I read through the pattern, and it's more for quilters. So, and they had it displayed in, I don't know if they were these fabrics exactly, but it was from this fabric line, which I think is called Bliss by Three Sisters. So I just picked out kind of whatever they had left, and I just got some fat quarters. So very soft, pretty colors. I love this one. I think I got a bigger size of this one because I really liked this for the inside. Thought that was really pretty. And then when I was there, I got some, just because I have never seen it at my quilt shop, I got some hand quilting thread and some silk thread. So I know that my mom, she hand quilts some smaller things, and she has told me to get, hand quilting thread, and I've only seen it from Joann's. So this is YLI, so I figured I would try it, and it's on a nice wooden spool. So I got those, and then, it was buried, but I did get my stitching finished on my Snow Angel by Satsuma Street. I still need to do the beading, but I got the stitching done. I think I was at the retreat. So I just need to do her beads and then cut her out. See, I'm not sure how I'll finish her because she's got a snowflake halo. So that's a lot of sharp edges. And I don't know how comfortable I am trimming that close to beads and the stitching, so we'll see. And now the last thing I have is something that I started a few weeks ago, and then I finished it yesterday and I washed it today. And so I'm gonna say this just in case. Laura, if you're watching, and Laura, who just had a baby, if you're watching, please don't look. You know who you are. So I made this for my best friend who just had a baby. I can't even see the camera, but it is out of the Noah's Ark fabric line by Stacy Itsu for Moda, and I used the Fat Quarter Shop's, I think, layer cake loop. I think that's what it is. And then this is the back. And so I quilted this. I just did, like a wide crosshatch, but I did it on the Juki, and I did it with ease, and I was so surprised. And putting the binding on was so much easier. I had like a knockoff walking foot for my baby lock, that my aunt gave me, and it did not do, it was a knockoff. So it didn't quite do the job, and it made it difficult. And then getting the Juki, I remember I looked at the walking foot and all the presser feet that it came with, and I mean, the walking foot is almost twice the size, and it's definitely more than twice the weight. So it was very easy to go through and do this. So yes, so that I finished that. I'm very excited. I'm gonna bring it with me. As long as I should have room in my suitcase this time around, so that it's at my parents' house when I go and visit her and the baby. So I have not met the baby yet, but I'm hoping that they like this. And I just do, I like a wider, I don't like my quilting to be super dense. So these are about 4 inches apart, those lines. And then I also did, I did those, I don't know if they're called registration lines. They're like, basically I sewed down all the rows, all the columns and rows. So there's a, like, I don't know how to describe it, but basically right here is a row, and right here is a row. And you can see the stitching line that I went down first, and then I did all the quilting. So that's washed, that's ready for the baby. I just need to sign it. And that's all I have today. So thank you for sticking with me. I hope I can show you some more things during my next FlossTube. And if you have any questions, comments, feel free to put them in the chat, in the comments, and I will read them and get to you. And thanks for joining me. Before I leave, I just wanted to mention a few FlossTubers that that helped inspire me to start a FlossTube. So first I want to thank Alicia, the Fanciful Flamingo, and then Carrie, Tiger Lily, Shelly from Antique Needleworkers, Megan from Georgia Girl Stitching. So those ladies, all inspired me to start a FlossTube because I love watching them. And then just today, oh gosh, I started watching, it's like Holly Can Stitch. I'll link it below, but I started watching her. She's from the UK, but she lives in Georgia now. And she does a lot of big projects, and so that's kind of fun to look at. So, and it's fun to hear her talk just because she has that beautiful UK accent. But anyway, so those are just some FlossTubers that I've been enjoying. Oh, I know who I wanted to say. See, I didn't have my notes with me. Annie, the Proper Stitcher. So she also helped inspire me. There are other FlossTubers that I've watched that have inspired me, but those ladies I love to see, and I love it when they upload videos. So I'm going to try to mention some new FlossTubers that, new to me FlossTubers that I've come across and that I've been watching. If you have any suggestions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'd love to hear. And yeah, with that, I'm gonna sign off and get ready to catch my flight, see what time it actually leaves at, because I've been getting a lot of notifications and it's been a bit confusing what time my flight is leaving. But anyway, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Happy stitching.